Welcome everyone on YouTube of Madden on Discord. And we have tonight is afternoon game is Pittsburgh Steelers take on New York Jets at MetLife Stadium at 1 o'clock p.m. Sunday day. And let's go look at some stuff for the top three players for Pittsburgh Steelers is left edge T.J. Watt. He is 96 overrating. Then defense tackle second defense tackle C. Hayward's 95 overrating. And cornerback Jalen Ramsley 94 overrating. And then top three players for New York Jets, halfback B. Hall, 86 overrating. Quentin Williams, 81 overrating. And left edge, W. McDonald, 4, 78 overall. So let's see who's injured for this game. So there's 10 injuries for New York Jets and Pittsburgh. So here's all out for Pittsburgh Steelers. Strong safety D. Elliott. Defense tackle D. Akalua. Second cornerback D. Kent. Defense tackle D. Lowry. Free safety M. Calabrew. Right guard M. Schubrining. Tight end D. Perham. Defense tackle I. Laudermilk. Quarterback S. Thompson. And cornerback C. Trace Jr. For New York Jets, wide receiver J. Runner. Halfback B. Allen. Defense tackle B. Coward. Cornerback K. Boyd. Free safety A. Cisco. Right guard A. Very Tucker. Halfback K. Hopper. Will M. McCurry Ball. Wide receiver G. Wilson. And Will C. Jones. So that's all for that. And let's get to the game.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Jets. On the visitor's sideline, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys ready to get this one going. Opposite him, the Jets' Aaron Glenn. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
Almost certainly a future Hall of Famer, and he's still seeking the storybook ending to his career. But he had patience, looked around, took his time before choosing his team. And boy, they're glad that he did, because he still has a lot of juice left despite being 41 years old. Finishing the top 10 in passing yards last season with nearly 4,000 yards and touchdowns as well with 28.
Second and 7. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. On the give. It's Warren. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Steelers 1st down.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. A handoff for Warren. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a 1st-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And normally when you talk about a quarterback on his 3rd team in as many years, you're worried about this kid's potential. But in this case, Justin Fields has plenty of it, and he flashed it big time during his short tenure in Pittsburgh. Now he has the opportunity in New York to be a full-time starter once again, and the Jets are excited about his potential.
That's good for a Jets. Here we go. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. Down the right sideline. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 of the 9-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Up the middle to Davis. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Isaiah Davis, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are on the board here first in the season opener. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got room. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren, 72 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
The game
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Escapes the defender. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They'll start on the ground. Hall trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a 2nd and 10.
Don't jump.
They'll go again with Hall. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Here's Fields on the sneak. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
So they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Here's a 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
It's now 3rd and 8.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Fields. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's one. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he will have a Steelers first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Jets 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a decent... return out to the 27-yard line. So out now come the Jets. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and the 11.
Fields now to throw. He'll try and do this himself. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. Let's take it inside his own 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. We can repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll run it. Warren. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now a run with Warren. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 160 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 2nd and a couple. On the run is Warren. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They run behind center with Gainwell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down.
At the 28-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this will not have the distance to get there. Short, no good, just under the crossbar. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
Now Hall to start the drive. And getting this just shy in midfield and spotted at the 49.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Jets. Here we go. First down. Right. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
14 more yards. That's another Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ball again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now it's Fields. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Here's Fields. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
The Folks' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Steelers ready for their next possession. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. 212 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. On the handoff, Gainwell. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Second down and 3.
17-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Up the middle they go. It's Warren. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
That's good for us Steelers. First down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be stopped just outside.
Welcome everyone, we're back. We had a first quarter, and the first quarter score was Pittsburgh Steelers 14, New York Jets 10. Now leading on second quarter after this break.
The 5 at the 6.
The tackle made.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. That's caught right side. It's Warren. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Oh, nice move. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. And, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily, when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Yes, and he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Don't jump. Ready?
Fields. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Out of the gun, Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Caught on a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense and their running back Jalen Warren headed back onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this 1st half. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. Warren. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making...
Well, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 245 yards rushing for him in this 1st half. as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
First down, Steelers.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Ward. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And New York set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Let's say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Here we go, son.
Now here's Fields on the sneak. And he is going to have a Jets first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's good.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Straight ahead is Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Andrew Beck, 30 yards. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that cuts the lead to 24-17.
Jets 17.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for us Steelers. First down.
On the give, it's Warren. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 40.
Now Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Rodgers. And here's Freiermuth again. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely loved what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And he's going to go down again. Patrick Queen in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Austin McNamara now, as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And here's a handoff to Gainwell. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And very little there. He might have got a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Rodgers now to throw. That is caught. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for us Steelers. First down.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And this is Gainwell. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
First down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On first and 10, it's Gainwell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The tackle by Quincy Williams. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
To throw is Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Jets set to take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now Fields. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play. And that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll give to Hall. They juked him. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. That'll go as was a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Setting up the screen with Gainwell. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen.
Welcome back. End of second quarter is halftime now, and the score is Pittsburgh Steelers 27, New York Jets 17. We will see you when we get back.
pass, backdoored him, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Able to slither by. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Looking to put a drive together.
Don't jump. Ready? 3:19. Tonight.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll run with Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Here comes Peppers. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenneth Gainwell, 28 yards. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Right.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap. Fields. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him.
Brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, Scott. 319,
Back to throw. Fields. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Here's the Jets punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Steelers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
Play action. Fields. And his throw here is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go,
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw is Fields. Now he's going to step up and run. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Fields now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Hard throw, incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy to try to tackle him.
He'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Jets will take over. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Fields. That's complete to Lazard. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Fields on the sneak. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the
ran it last time. Now Fields to throw. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Gainwell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now it's Fields. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Jets first down.
Paul will give up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
Fields. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Out of the gun. Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Looking to put a drive together. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And New York set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Ball again on second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
From the gun on third down, Fields. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And they'll go right back to Gainwell here on 1st down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Steeler football.
Alright, welcome back. And the 3rd quarter, going on 4th quarter, and now his score is Pittsburgh Steelers 34 and New York Jets 17. So we will see you when we get back.
Ball, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Up the middle, Johnson. And he's going to get this down close to it first at about the Jets' 36. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
It's a pickup of
Here's
3.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
258.
Again, it's Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Throwing is Rodgers. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Sheds off the tackle. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Fields. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you may want to run the football a little bit, try to get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Completes it to Austin. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
Now Rodgers. A short one there to Fryermuth. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now out come the Jets. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here. At home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go, Scott.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Blitz coming and down he goes. Alex Highsmith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. 3rd down and 13. Operating from the gun, Fields. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Fields. And he is going to be out of bounds a mile away from that yellow line, and that will become a turnover on downs. They run behind center with Gainwell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's Rodgers. They'll check this one down to Gainwell. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Mitchell. And he's into the clear. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And Mitchell, 58 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Folk connects on the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
At the 44-yard line.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7.
258.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We can get them now.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
319.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking for Austin, intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Now still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And they'll get only a couple up to the 22. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fields changing the play. Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
At the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Now Fields. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Patrick Queen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Under pressure, they got him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Fields. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
And the Steelers, 1st down. A gain of a yard. 1st down, Steelers.
Now a handoff. Johnson. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The city always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Steelers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.